If Christmas really is good news, why did children start dying the next morning? We've been fooled. 4 centuries. We've trapped Christmas inside a snow globe. Shake it and all you see are snowflakes, lights and gentle sheep. It became a commercialized illusion. A holiday designed to hide us from reality. But the Christmas of the Bible was never a cozy vacation. It was an all-out declaration of war. Light against darkness. That night God didn't come to visit the world, he came to invade. He tore open eternity and forced himself into a world of taxes, tyranny, sweat, and the smell of manure. That night heaven made the first move. Luke chapter 2 doesn't begin with once upon a time. It begins with a decree went out from Caesar Augustus. It means that when the Savior was born, the world was suffocating under political power, economic injustice, and fear. God didn't wait for perfection. He entered at the height of chaos. He didn't step into religion. He stepped into history, into the dust and noise of real life. And the first people he spoke to weren't kings or scholars. They were shepherds. They were the ignored, the night shift laborers, smelling of sheep and silence. Yet they heard heaven sing first. The first truth of Christmas is this: God revealed his greatest secret to those the world had forgotten. If your life feels messy, if you feel pushed aside, don't be afraid. You are exactly who salvation came for first. God never despises your chaos. He enters it to meet you there. But notice this. When the sun rose, the romance ended. The moment Jesus was born, the world began to divide. He didn't come to preserve order. He came to break chains. An old man in the temple whispered, "This child will cause many to fall and many to rise." Jesus is never neutral. His very presence is a confrontation with every power and every heart. The wise men from the east followed the light. They brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Myrrh was oil for the dead. That day they offered a prophetic gift for a baby destined to die. From the very first day, the shadow of the cross stood beside the cradle. The darkness of power felt threatened, and it struck back. The cries of Bethlehem remind us, when light enters, darkness never leaves quietly. Jesus' first earthly identity wasn't king. It was refugee. He fled under the cover of night, hiding as a stranger in a foreign land. So when you ask, does God really understand me? Remember, he does, because he's walked every mile you're walking now. Christmas was never just a still moment in a manger. It was the spark that ignited the greatest tremor in human history. A chain reaction, a revolution that began in heaven and broke into earth. From that night on, time itself was rewritten. Human history was divided. Before and after his coming, a new era erupted from that night. Light began consuming darkness, and truth started tearing apart deception. The angels' song, "Peace on earth," wasn't about silence or comfort, but the kind of peace that holds steady amid chaos and war. For when light arrives, darkness doesn't applaud, it retaliates. If following Christ has brought more tension than comfort, don't be surprised when light enters, shadows become visible. The gospel doesn't avoid conflict. It exposes it. For darkness is not merely external. It hides within, in pride and fear, in the places we refuse to surrender. When light comes, it doesn't just illuminate a room. It exposes every corner. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. These aren't poetic lines. They are the divine verdict of eternity. Darkness can raise storms, murder the innocent, mock the faithful, and crucify the Son. But it cannot extinguish that single flame. The Bible never asks, was Jesus really born? It asks, has he been born in you? When light enters your reality, when truth pierces your patterns, does your life remain unchanged? He didn't go around your pain. He chose to walk through it. He knows loneliness, for his friends fled. He knows injustice, for innocence was condemned. He knows fear, for he sweated blood in Gethsemane. So when you think heaven is silent, remember, the God who suffered once prayed. through his own pain for you. The night is over, this is the day. The day is not the end. It's the call to rise, get up. Rise from your weakness, from your fear, from your self-pity and despair. Follow the light. Even when the road is uncertain. Even when the ground beneath you is wilderness. Keep running. Not because you are strong, but because he already overcame. Because the invasion didn't end in the manger. It continues every time you whisper, Lord, here I am. Darkness still resists. But dawn has already been written into the ending.